Hi everyone, this is Ashima Kohli. I hope you are doing great. So we move to our next step. We are going to be expressing our next emotion, set of emotions that's going to be angry and scared. So as you can see over here, look at this man. He seems really angry. You have livid, furious, and cross, which we already did in the last class in the rainy day weather to describe the clouds. But we add three more words to it: enraged, outraged, and annoyed. So you're going to stop using the word angry and get familiar with these new words to apply. Again, you will not be lazy and stick to one word. You will slowly get used to all these words. Now, how does a person look, when a person is angry? There are many expressions for angry. So again, I'm going to show you images. Look at this man over here. You can see his face is changing colors, but no, it does not happen in real life. Our face doesn't change color, but an expression to talk about your angry face, we could say that. Now he's a man here, so I can say his, it's too close by. His face grew as dark as a thundercloud. Now, why do we say as dark as a thundercloud? That's because thundercloud is known to be angry because it'll burst and it'll rain. That's why if I say the face grew as dark as a thundercloud, it means to be really angry. Your face is looking really angry. I can even add the expression in rage. That means in anger. The next thing that I can see are, look at his eyes. Big eyes. When you're angry, your eyes become really big. So for that, we could say that his eyes bulged out of the sockets. That means his eyes became so huge that it looked as if they were coming out from the eye socket. Now, big eyes can be used for angry. It can also be used for shock. It can also be used for scared. So this is a multi-purpose expression which you can use for any of these three feelings. Next, look at his teeth. Angry teeth. When you're really angry, he gritted his teeth. It's like you join your upper jaw and your lower jaw together in such a way that look, your teeth look like that. This is what you do when you're really angry. You grit your teeth, and also this man is looking at somebody over there. So you have angry stare. Now, angry stare means glared. So only the word glared means to stare angrily. You should never write stare and glare together. So if I want to make it better, I can say glared fiercely. That means he was staring very angrily at whoever the person is who made him this angry. So you have so many expressions here: the face, then you have the eyes, then you have the teeth, then you have the stare, and last but not the least is called angry expression. Now, this is my favorite. Angry expression means he was a bull ready to charge. Now, it doesn't mean he became an animal, okay? That means he was so angry that he was about to take action. Whether he's either going to scold somebody, he's going to shout at someone, he's either going to hit someone. So, whenever the person is about to take action out of their anger, you should use this line: he or she was a bull ready to charge. And the last step of anger comes in this picture. Yes, can you see? She doesn't look happy. Look at her eyes. We can use the bulging eyes over here as well. And she's definitely not praising. She is shouting loudly. So we can say shouted loudly. And one is scolded. Now, what is the difference? Look, for shouted loudly, if I'm angry, I can just shout that person's name out loud. Say, for example, there's a child called Tom, and Tom's really being mischievous. So I can go like, Tom! That's me shouting, okay? So for shouting, or shouted loudly, we can use the word bellowed. Bellowed means to shout loudly, or even yelled. Yelled is something which is common. We've heard about it. And for scolded, we can use reprimanded, or we can use the phrase gave a tongue lashing. Now, tongue lashing doesn't mean I'm going to move my tongue here and there. To give someone a tongue lashing means to scold someone. So, for example, when I pushed my best friend John while playing, he was enraged. We can say he was a bull ready to charge. He came and hit me back. When the teacher saw us, she was outraged and reprimanded us, or she gave us a tongue lashing. So, by combining a lot of these angry elements, we'll be able to make a really nice short write up expressing anger. So, these are your notes over here for angry. Let's go through them. As discussed earlier, other words for angry would be livid, furious, cross, enraged, outraged, annoyed. Now, how do I express anger? Many expressions for anger. Let's see. I've given you the picture also. Angry face means face grew as dark as a thundercloud. You can even use so much, or you can continue in rage. Angry or shocked eyes, it can be used for scared also, like this man over here. His or her eyes bulged from their sockets. That means literally coming out. Angry stare, he or she glared fiercely. Angry teeth, he or she gritted his or her teeth. Like, see, his teeth. Angry expression, he or she was a bull ready to charge. Both of them are like bulls ready to charge. This one is already shouting on the phone. This one seems to be walking and shouting at someone. Shouted loudly is yelled or bellowed. And last but not the least, scolded would be reprimanded or gave a tongue lashing. So now after we cover angry, we move to scared. Angry and scared go hand in hand. First, the angry part happens and then the scared part begins, because whoever it is that's angry, the person is definitely going to be scared of that person. So now for scared, I can say afraid, I can use terrified, I can use petrified, or I can use frightened. Afraid and frightened are common words. You've heard them before, so stop making the usage of scared over and over again. It'll get really boring. But yes, if you finished using all these words and then you want to use scared, it's absolutely fine. Now, let me tell you all what happens when people are scared. Of course, one thing is really common. We spoke about the eyes part, so the same thing applies even here. The first picture of being scared. Courage the Cowardly Dog, really famous cartoon. He's always scared. So now over here, okay, his eyes. I can use it here. Eyes bulged out from his socket. From the socket. Apart from that, look at his ears. They're flapping. This is shivering. Like when you're scared or when you're feeling cold, you shiver. So I can use the word shivering, or I can use a better word for shivering that's called trembling. I can compare it to shivering or trembling like jelly. That's when you are really scared and you're moving like how jelly moves. Okay. Secondly, you can see his mouth's open. So he's shouting in fear. To shout in fear also means shrieked in fear. Now, when I say shrieked, children, it means like when you go like that. Okay, I'm not going to shriek properly because it's not going to be sonorous to hear. I hope you know what sonorous means. So that means to shriek in fear. Also, see, whatever he's seen, he's not running away. He's stuck to that one place. So when you could not move scared, that means he's not moving because he's scared. It means froze with fear. He froze with fear. He was so scared that he was unable to move. So looking at this picture, these are the different aspects of fear I get. He's shivering. Right, I remember his ears. His eyes are bulging from the sockets. He's shrieking in fear. He's definitely shouting, and he is frozen with fear because of whatever it is that he's seen. If I want to describe these elements further, I have another cartoon. Oh my God. He's sweating. Sweating is also called perspiring. Break it. Perspiring. Okay? So he's sweating like a lot. It's like falling down like rain. So he's perspiring like a river. Or to make it better, I can even say soaked to the skin. Soaked to the skin means when you have sweat so much that you're completely wet. It happens after an exercise, or sometimes when you get a nightmare and you wake up in the morning or after the nightmare, you're completely wet. So that is also called soaked to the skin. Look at his heart. Okay, of course, our heartbeat rate increases, when you're scared or when you're nervous. So if your heart is beating fast, okay, a basic way to say heartbeat increase, I can say that heart beat rapidly. Rapidly means quickly or fast, or I can say heart beat like a time bomb against my chest. These are two ways of talking about your heart beating. So look, imagine angry teacher, you must have done something, you don't know the answer to a question or you failed your test. So the teacher with angry and angry expressions and student with scared and scared expressions would form an incredible write-up. So let's read how are your scared expressions given and then how we can make something out of it. So here is the document. So we discussed the words for scared and now let's go through the expressions for scared. Here. One is shivering simile, which we did. Shivering is also known as trembling. So shivering or trembling like jelly or like a leaf. A leaf also moves a lot in the wind. For sweating, you can have sweating or perspiring like a river or soaked to the skin. Scared face. Okay, now I didn't have that in the animated version, but can you see him? Face turned as pale as a ghost. Pale means to go completely white. When you're very sick or when you're very scared, the color of your face changes. It becomes really white because the blood circulation is low in that area. For heartbeat increase, you can say heartbeat like a bomb against the chest or heartbeat rapidly. Rapidly means quickly. Scared heart is heart skipped a beat. Scared shout, shrieked in fear. See how their hand is over their heart. Look at their eyes. We can use eyes over here also, even his eyes. Could not move, scared means froze with fear. So you're going to copy this in your book and then comes the usage. How can I mix these two and create a paragraph? Now look, it's based on this picture where you can see the girl definitely does not have a good report card. She's crying. So I'm going to mix emotions over here. I'm going to mix sad. I'm going to mix angry. I'm going to mix scared. Her parents definitely don't look happy to me. So I'm going to mix it like in a way that she's trying to hide her report card, but the parents catch her and then what? So look, kids, every time I show you a paragraph, I'm combining my ideas by just seeing one picture. That's called creative writing. You could write anything as long as you have the correct information. Now, I have used dialogues also over here to make it more interesting. Sometimes if you start your story with a dialogue, even that makes things really interesting. So I've not used weather, I've used a dialogue here. Oh no! Starting open speech marks means the dialogue is beginning. After your punctuation, you close the speech marks means your dialogue has ended. Anna's eyes bulged out of her sockets. That's shocked eyes. Okay, we use it for angry or shocked. As she stared at the F on her report card. She was terrified means scared. Her heart was beating like a time bomb. That's heart scared. She rapidly is quickly hid it under her fluffy is soft pillow, which was as white as snow. That's white simile. Not realizing that a part of the report card was jutting out means coming out. So she didn't hide it fully. A little bit of the report card was coming out. Open speech marks. What is this? Asked Anna, stunning his gorgeous or beautiful mother in her sonorous as melodious voice. She removed the paper and was enraged, means angry. Anna, this is terrible means bad. Now class, you're learning some new words like jutting out is coming out. Terrible is bad. That's why dictionary for this is gonna coming up next. You have failed the term, bellowed, shouted Anna's mother. Hearing her, Anna's dashing his handsome father also entered the room. Her parents' face grew as dark as a thundercloud. That's angry face. I've not written in rage. You can write in rage. As they glared fiercely, his angry stare at Anna and her report card. Anna was trembling like jelly. She was shivering. Her parents were like bulls ready to charge. They were so angry that they were about to take action. That means they would either scold her or shout at her. They reprimanded and scolded Anna. Anna was crestfallen. We've done this in your sad emotions. She hung her head in disappointment. Even this is done in your head sad line. Her heart sank. See, this is a revision of your sad emotion. That means she was really feeling sad. Seeing her parents dejected is sad and cross is angry. Kids, your performance is really important for parents. You know, they do so much for you, and if your mischievousness, your marks, they really affect them. Her parents were really upset and angry because she had done something like this, not scoring well and then hiding the report card. Her eyes were red and puffy. That's eyes cry line. As she wept is cried. Now I've not written wept like a baby. I've just used wept. She apologized, new word, means said sorry to her parents and promised to work hard. So look, I've created a small write-up using your emotions only. There's no weather over here. So this even shows you how you can start a story or a write-up using a dialogue. This entire document is going to be there in your download link. You're going to click on it and you will copy this and then work on your dictionary. I hope you remember dictionary again. Bracket word comes first, put a dash, new word comes second. So please make sure you will first copy this entire document in your book. It's not going to take you that much time because the expressions are really easy. They're not difficult at all. Okay, and also I think I skipped one over here. Scared heart. I immediately went ahead. Scared heart means heart skipped a beat. So there are two different phrases. Your heartbeat increasing is different and your heart skipped a beat is different. Okay, so heartbeat increase is when the tension is building up, and when you're caught or you're really scared, at that time we can say heart skipped a beat. So you will copy all this in your book and make the dictionary. You have the PDF in the link. You will download it to take it down, and after you take it down, click on the next video, which is of this class only. That is your homework assignment. So I'm going to stop recording this. Please copy your work, and after you're done, click on the next video to understand your homework. Bye kids, take care.